Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. Anthony joins us just as I press the button. That's incredible timing. Um, Regardless where you find yourselves, lost within the labyrinthine streets of Dublin, whether you are having a quiet, casual evening drink in some bar or wandering the streets in order to find some deeper mystery of yourself. There's a sense this evening of, I would describe it as a weight that bears down on you. You're not exactly sure where it comes from exactly, but you feel as if there's a tenseness in the air, as if there's an almost electrical buzzing to the background noise, as if everything is just pent up. Frustrations, emotions, hell, you could even argue libido, but pent up in some way. We find our scene set as you will be walking through whatever one could describe as a how to describe it, whatever one could describe it, where you are physically currently. It can be walking home, it could be walking to the store to buy basic groceries. Hell, it could be walking to the next room if you are at home. And then all of a sudden, you are not where you were. You turn a corner, open a door, step through a thoroughfare, and you are standing here, pictured next to a grand expanse of water at the center of the city. This is the Grand Canal Plaza, located right at the heart of Dublin's trendy and artistic centres. Some of the largest theatres and upmarket hotels are but a couple of meters away from you physically now. The night is cold, biting almost to the core. In the event you are at home and were merely walking to get a drink of milk from the refrigerator, well, congratulations. You're stood there in whatever you were wearing when it was you decided to go for that little walk. I hope you wear pajamas. I really do. But the cold bites. At the back of your throats, you can taste copper. Kind of an underlying coppery taste, a sweetness to it, almost as if it was blood mixed with honey. And very, very, very far off, far away at the edge, the periphery, the extreme limitation of your hearing, you can hear what sounds to be the beat of drums. And that is where we will set the scene. You all are standing in a rough circle, so you will only be about a meter away from one another, facing inwards. Begin.
Does Mikhail have his companions?
Nope.
Okay. He is there. He is in a robe, and he has a glass of milk because he was at home. He is looking around and very confused.
Christina is looking equally confused. She is in like a set of pajamas, like pajama pants and a long sleeve shirt, slippers.
Suppose it's me. Rory was in the middle of buckling up his belt, like pulling up his pants and buckling up his belt. He seems otherwise dressed, like, leather jacket and jeans and the white t-shirt. And He was saying something about calling, and then looks around and realizes he's elsewhere. Huh. That was some pill.
Duncan is shirtless with his stick. He's got his cane with him. And just kind of looks at everybody. Hey!
Oh yeah, Christine also has a cup of tea. And I imagine there is no Archimedes with her right now.
There is, in fact, no Archimedes.
Ditto Cornelius.
You guys came physically here yourselves with just the clothes you had on your back. There is no one with you.
No familiars, no nothing.
Rory adjusts himself. Okay. He suddenly notices everyone else around him. Oh,
This is not my kitchen.
No, this is not mine either.
That drumming at the periphery of your hearing is very slowly but very steadily getting louder.
is it a leather drum?
It sounds more deep and filled with bass, something more tribal, maybe.
Well, my character has curiosity, so you probably want to know where that's coming from.
I think Rory is going to dance.
You start to feel all of your hearts start to beat faster, as if your body was suddenly washed with adrenaline.
Blink.
Oh, that's not normal.
Ooh.
May I make an esoterica / strength plus bodywork roll to try and regulate myself?
No. Because this is a magical life effect that is affecting you, causing you to feel the increased adrenaline.
Can someone roll 9 dice for me? Oh, diff 6.
What are you rolling?
I'm dancing.
Okay.
You said 9 dice?
Yep. Specialty is applied.
You got 2 successes.
Huh. That kind of sucks for 9 dice. Oh well. Yeah. Rory dances in time to the drumming, but his heart's just not in it.
You start to feel as if you are being watched on many sides by many different eyes. Before it is, you see above you the moon that you had assumed was normal is not. As opposed to that, it is starting to shine and glimmer a brilliant blood red.
Oh. Okay. And when I need a PM you a question.
Or you could ask me a question because I don't tend to look at my Facebook when I'm running things.
Is this because this is actually one of the potentially one of the things Rory knows? Might this have anything to do with a certain pantheon Remember?
Make me an intelligence esoterica check.
Sweet.
Also, I tell you what, I'm going to go briefly and get a drink. If you guys could bring Anthony up to speed on what is happening and where he is currently, because shit's going to get weird.
Okay. Anthony, where would your character be at midnight normally, and what would they be doing?
Studying.
Wherever you were studying, you are now magically transported, dressed how you were dressed. So there are several people in pajamas, and Rory is clearly just thrown on some clothes.
Oh. Okie dokie.
And
Is that-
Oh, and
we're
there's
all,
drumming, and your body is filled with adrenaline.
Okay.
yeah. And
Anthony, I'm not going to assume, but have you ever taken speed, like really good speed?
I'm not getting into my personal life on here.
Well, I now have this vivid image of Anthony at New York's rave scene. It's fine, don't worry about it. It feels kind of like that kind of energy. It's like an almost crazy manic energy that you all have, and it's getting progressively stronger. You don't. This is far with one success. This is far too. You would need more of a groundwork to go on.
Okay.
I'm assuming that was the esoteric check.
Yes.
is there anything I can roll to learn more about this, since my
You
tradition
can roll
is
intelligence esoterica.
okay?
Assuming, may I have High Umbra or a spirit related check?
Not yet, but shortly, yes.
I will
I
wait.
got that too.
Esoterica then?
Yeah, intelligence.
Intelligence is 3.
What is my intelligence? What is my esoterica?
Before I continue, you all now, as the drumming intensifies, you all start to hear a different noise that sounds like hoofbeats on the ground.
Ew.
Oh boy.
Shit. Out of character, I think I know what's going on, but I will not say anything.
I got
I got
3
nothing.
successes on my intelligence esoterica.
5 successes.
Oh, Nelly. Okay. Sorry, you have sorry, how many did Nasir get? Or yeah, Nasir get?
Nasir got 3.
Okay. I will give you both the same information, as I would have set it as a threshold of 3 myself. Ironically, I am going to describe this in a quote from a Terry Pratchett book, and I apologize.
Yes.
Never apologize for Pratchett.
No.
Blood on the snow, so the sun will come up.
Oh my god.
Yay. Exactly.
This is the time when the world needs to be nourished by blood, because the world itself has fallen into winter's embrace. Blood nourishes life, even in its dormant state. Something is coming. Something is coming very quickly. The smell and taste of the copper in your mouth intensifies. You start to feel that mad pounding energy. Something in your minds is almost telling you, screaming at you to run.
Now, may I make my Umbra check?
Yes, you can. Particularly as I will just give one last piece of description, and then by all means, you can make your high Umbra check. Springing from the water, or upon the water riding, you see a number of shadowy figures dressed in green, covered in ivy and lichen, as at their head, raising a great horn to his lips, you see this entity.
Yes. My guess seems closer to being right.
4 successes.
All right. Hi, Anthony. How's it going? Have you met a god before?
Yes.
Yes. I've met gods before. They're terrible tippers, those bastards.
Oh boy.
What you were looking at is definitely that kind of high umbral being, the being that mankind place faith in. Thus, it is they have incredible powers over man. These are the things, many of them are the forgotten old gods, the old deities of blood and nature. However, they are still, though they are not nearly as powerful as they once were, they are still beings of unfathomable might and wisdom, if they can be persuaded to give said might and wisdom. They are only able. No, you haven't heard the horn yet. He's raising it to his lips, about to blow it. They can only cross over into our realm at a certain appointed times of the year. Otherwise, they must stay in the High Umbra. Because they are ideals of man, and man should never meet his own god.
Mm-hmm.
But
Theology. Which pantheon is this? Is this
That would be
primarily
all.
pagan?
it would be what I would call Celtic pagan.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what do, guys? What do?
According to etiquette and my ridiculous amount of Celtic folklore knowledge that my character has, what you supposed to do when this cat shows up?
He's not one of the most showy up of gods. So you're not sure why he's here. You are not sure why you are here. Merely that you are. Veneration and respect is probably not far wrong.
Rory looks at Marcus. I know your character is Celtic. Did I know Christina is? It's been a long time since I've seen her.
Yeah, she's Verbena. Her avatar is Gaia. She has living legend, Mother Nature as well.
But no, is that Celtic? That Gaia is Greek.
Yup.
Then I guess not.
Okay.
To be fair, we tend to mesh a lot of paganism together.
Yeah.
Duncan takes a knee.
Okay. Rory looks at Duncan. I'd take some air into your lungs.
I'm not a pagan, and I'm not going to insult my faith.
We're I think we're gonna be hunted. I think this is the wild hunt.
In a great whoosh of spray, the horse, black as midnight, with eyes that burn red as coals, springs from the channel and ascends with a great shower of sparks as the shod hooves that appear to be some kind of old iron grate upon the pavement. The figure looks down at you all. It's so tall, it must sit. It is seated currently on the back of a huge horse, but even still, you would say that where it stood itself, it would be 7.5 to 8 foot tall. It resounds with you, that primal sense, that sense you may have felt deep within the forest, lost from sight of the world, when it is your heartbeat at one point for a split second with all that was around you, with nature. Your heart resonates like that now. It looks down. those eyes unfathomable, green, verdant, and yet filled with the need and an insatiable hunger. It looks somewhat perplexed, and it will say in a voice that sounds like the ravages of summer, "A hunt where the prey does not run." It does not seem sporting.
Yeah, Rory's been breathing and preparing to run quickly.
It steps with a sound of as its own. You see, its own feet are cloven. It's not just its horses as they impact the ground. You see, spread about his shoulders, he wears a cloak made of new leaves. But as it descends further down his back, the leaves start to turn brown and yellow until they eventually are browned and blackened as it trails along the ground. And he will look amongst you all. Before he will point at Duncan, kneeling on the ground, and he will say, "I see. One knows the old ways. Why do you bow?"
Oh, he spoke to me. He kind of looks up at him. He doesn't look up at him. He says, "Respect." And a diversion! And he runs.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
You want me to run?
Well,
I will make an
okay.
athletics roll if you want me to. I will.
Oh yeah, by all means.
What plus athletics?
Dex.
Blink, blink.
That's going in the quote thread. Why you needing respect? And a diversion, run away.
Order.
I'm just waiting for the roll because then something else is going to happen.
What page of M20 is the how many successes you need for things?
Try to page 500 and go from there.
All right, thanks, man.
So Marcus, how are you the runningest of runningest bastards?
I only got 3 successes.
Okay. Basically, Marcus will, or rather Duncan will proceed to turn and run, at which point you will see the being raise its head back and sound the horn, which blasts outward in a wave of sound that sounds like the exaltation of man to some long-forgotten tyrannical god. And it will announce to the heavens in a loud voice, "The quarry has chosen itself. He has till dawn, and if we have not caught and skinned him by then, he will live. But I've yet to lose my quarry." He looks at the others and he says, simply, he looks down at the rest of you, where you were gathered, and he says, "Do you... This is where Evan, bless me, is a dick." And he will look down at all of you and he'd say, "Do you aid the prey?"
That's a dick move.
Lord Cernunos.
God damn it. Fucking natures. Yes, I ate the prey.
I'll take my one willpower, sir. Thank you very much.
When he, for the record, his name is Kernanos, but he turns his head to look at Rory. See the antlers. There's some nice antlers.
Sorry, out of character. Just this is me being low on sleep. My character actually knows this in character, as do I usually know it out of character. I'm just tired. The rules of the Wild Hunt are usually that it's anything goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the quarry, and you have to make it till sunrise.
Essentially, yes.
And you're either predator or prey.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's offering us a choice to be predator or prey here.
Essentially, yes. He's also said that if he catches Duncan, he is going to skin him.
Vince has basically said that he is going to eat the prey.
Yep. We have one aider of the prey. Anyone else?
Well, I don't want him to be skinned, so I will aid him as well.
And I'm not going to be the one guy who doesn't aid.
You're not going to be that guy?
I'm not going to be that guy. Kernanos is not part of the Irish pantheon, though. He's not part of the Tuatha. He is Gaulish, right?
He's appeared in basically every mythology in one form or another.
Yeah.
He's a very generic deity of nature, and he's just an easy one to use.
Okay.
Yep.
What about
tied to Celtic?
Hashtag not about that heathen life. So with that,
hang on one second.
yeah.
What about Mikhail then? Or Mikhail?
Mikhail will drink his milk. What do we get for helping you? And what do we get for aiding? Watching Duncan turn the corner. That one sips milk.
If I catch him, you may share in the kill. If he beats me, I have never been defeated. For the record, he is doing the voice. It's just very difficult for everyone's throat at the moment.
Yeah.
I have never been defeated. If he can defeat me, I will give you a token.
Evan, is that true? He's never been defeated? Or no one's ever gotten away?
That's what he's saying.
But are there any legends where anyone's ever gotten away?
I don't fucking know. The GM is making a statement on behalf of an NPC. Shut the fuck up.
Hilarity. Oh.
All right. And are we in the Umbra right now?
No. It feels as though the Umbra is bleeding into the world, though.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Am I taking care of... I cast an effect that was... it's not vulgar, but it's borderline.
What was it?
I sped myself up.
By how much?
I think... so I'm trying to find the page number. I think
it's 2 successes per action.
Oh, okay, good. Let me check then.
And then Mikhail will look back and go, and what happens to us if we decide to aid him?
You will share his fate.
He'll kind of nod. Drink his milk. Pop his arcane.
That's some pretty good bovine lactation right there.
Yup. And I have a particular attachment to my skin.
2 extra turns or 2 extra actions, and it's going to last for a while.
That no, you don't actually. If you'd taken a third, you would, but if you only have 2, you don't.
Okay.
Sorry, continue with what you were saying, Austin, please.
Yagos, I have a very particular fondness and attachment to my skin.
So you side with the hunter?
You have to be either predator or prey in the wild hunt.
Look at nature, look at demeanor. And anything goes.
Yes.
That is the rule?
Correct.
There are no rules.
No, anything goes is a rule. There are rules to everything. But fine then. I will join the prey side.
So be it. He will wave his hand nonchalantly, and you will find yourself about 15 feet ahead of a running Duncan. He has basically teleported you right into his path. Basically, it wouldn't be any fun if we just ran you down now when we had the ability to do so. Where would the fun in that be?
Okay.
Off in the distance, you hear the sounding of the horn again. Actually, I will say, off in the distance, you hear the sounding of the horn in 3 short blasts. If anyone would like to make me an intelligence survival roll, they can, because that means something.
Sure.
Does it mean the same thing it does in a fox hunt?
Yes.
Okay. 3 miles.
Okay.
On a side note, I've been on a fox hunt. I hated every moment of it. Except for the little sandwiches.
3 successes.
What is it with you and just like fucking every roll I make?
I love you. He has a fighting chance, Duncan. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Evan. Sorry.
2 successes.
Every time, I could literally say you require 17 successes on 16 dice, and somehow Anthony would come out with it, and I'd just be sitting there going like, I feel silly now. It's going to require a threshold of 2 successes or above.
I got 2. Woohoo!
Yeah. Basically, what it means, for those of you who succeed, is we've lost the quarry, split up. Basically, it's kind of an indication to split up and attempt to hem it in.
So I am going
You
to
might inform Duncan about all of this as he runs towards you, pace or helter skelter.
Rory seems. Oh,
I'm not sure. Vince will speak up. I'm not sure if all of us are well versed in conversations, but I plan on living this evening. So someone should probably tell good Duncan that what is about to happen. Looking for him, he's about to be hunted. And with that, no.
He already knows. Duncan, you know where the wild hunt's after us, right?
With that,
Did you all get teleported near Duncan?
Yes,
Yep.
they got teleported about 15 feet in front of you.
He keeps running.
Yeah. Did he respond to Rory?
No, he kept running.
Evan. So I'm gonna do some spirit things. Should I just announce it or should I PM you?
Just announce it. It's easier.
All right. So I am going to I am going to a Spirit 4 effect. I am going to essentially channel his celestial affinity for a spirit of protection and war.
Are you essentially trying to make yourself into a living fetish?
When have you ever known me not to fight for my life, Evan?
I mean, there is fighting.
And then there's him, and then there's me. So let's do this.
You have the relevant spheres to do it because I know you. Yeah, make the roll.
Anthony is like ham plus plus.
Hey, Evan, I already did that. That's why I'm still running.
I know. On a side note, I just have this great mental, kind of thing of running going through my head now. Continue.
Okay.
So I am going to be using a spirit. Hold on, let me see. I need to double check to make sure I can do this.
Bear in mind, Anthony, the important thing I will tell you is you can become a living fetish. You can let a spirit inhabit your body. That is fine. You will lose access to awakened magic while it's in there.
That's what I'm getting out of it. If it succeeds, it's well worth it, Evan.
Okie dokie.
It can't use its charms either.
It can apply some basic innate. Well, it can apply whatever innate effects the GM determines to let it apply because. So, yep, if everyone wants to do some magic, they can do some magic quickly before we continue.
With that, looking at the next effect. Can I summon my familiars my familiar and companions?
I'm going to let you make an intelligence. An intelligence law roll.
I do not have law.
Okay. In that case, yes. Would you like to summon them?
Okay. Yes. I'm going to be summoning my familiar, my Fellhound.
Okay.
4 successes, Evan, with willpower.
That is going to be enough to kick the effect off. You're going to require some more in for your duration.
Okay. Then I keep casting.
Coolio. All right. A dark shadow coalesces into a physical form of a large dog that appears next to Nasir as he calls out its name, or rather, calls out that he requires it. If you can describe the dog in more detail, if you'd like.
It's a shadow. It's a hound made out of shadows, glowing red eyes, frothy teeth. Think Helsing.
Nice.
Very nice.
Like a Kushi?
Ish.
Another willpower. That's 5 successes, Evan.
Okay, that'll be enough for the scene. Anthony closes. At this point, you will see Mr. Wilson close his eyes. In which case, both of his eyes will then snap open a few moments later, except for now having replaced the pupil of his right eye with a slate black expanse that is almost void-like. It seems to drink in the light around it, with an odd scratched symbol at its center. Because he has imbibed into his being a spirit of protection. All of you who are within 20 feet of our darling Vince here will have the following effects. You will be able to soak lethal damage, but not aggravated damage with your stamina. You will also have a -1 difficulty excuse me, on all attempts made to dodge incoming attacks, be this with athletics, parrying, etc., in a means and methodology of not getting struck, and you will recover 1 level of lethal damage every turn, healing it, and 1 level of aggravated damage every 10 minutes. That's some good spirit. Just like my awesome. So, you guys find yourself at a literal crossroads. One, if you continue going straight ahead, you will be led into the financial district. Right and left will take you into the kind of the heart and the trendy middle of Dublin. So, which way do we choose to go, kids?
Where are the clubs?
Left and right.
Both left and right?
Yes, it's a big city. There are many clubs.
Like, there's no, like, oh, God, Toronto sucks. Okay. There's not, like, a district where they're forced to all be.
You have a district where all the clubs are?
Yeah, we have an entertainment district. They used to call it the Methodist Rome for a reason.
Ew, Methodism. Anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, we will ask. Marcus, considering you are running hell for leather, are you going to go straight ahead or left or right?
Left for death, right for dragons. Go for dragons.
Excellent. Actually, important question. Because there are several different places in the city that might be of interest or that many of you might think of as safe haven. Are you going to attempt to get to any of them? And I can tell you where they are in relation to you.
I am seriously contemplating it. Does anyone want to fight?
No.
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 He respects
Whenever Vince talks, it has this weird kind of otherworldly pallor, as if it's two voices speaking at once. But continue.
No.
By the way, Marcus.
Are we just going to run? Or we got hide?
I have to do something for Marcus. In the back of your head, you hear, I see that. Actually, I'll do the voice.
You okay?
There we go. I see that you're running away there. How's that going for you?
It's going, Gran. It's going.
Well, I didn't train anyone to run away like a wee yup at the first sign of trouble. I have to say, not impressed. Not impressed.
I'm trying to get to a graveyard, Gran. I need an army.
Sure, yes, what you need is to grow a backbone, boy.
You want me to face him head up then?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying why is it you're running away when you could be running sideways?
You mean you want me to use tactics?
We can kill his hounds, you know.
Believe it or not, sometimes they work.
Oh, then I'll go confer with the others then, Gran.
Aye, you do that. You do that, won't you, boy?
Who's Gran? And do you want to kill the hounds?
Let them have their scene, Sam.
Oh,
because they're doing a thing in a minute.
I thought he was speaking.
He's talking. He appears to be. He stops and he appears to be talking to himself briefly.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's what I
at that
thought.
moment, yeah, he will turn back around because he said he was going to confer.
Okay, McGran says I'm supposed to try and use some tactics. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
The Carnonos uses hounds.
Right?
We can kill some of the hounds.
What's
can
that
lead
going to
them
do
in.
against Carnunos?
Well, they split up.
Okay, then. From which direction are they coming? Can we set up an ambush then?
They're probably coming from multiple directions.
Answer the second question.
We need a place with. If we head to an area with very narrow alleys, that'll give us some minor advantages.
By what we need is holy ground. That's what we need.
Oh, I look at him here, the big man, thinking that he can just go and skip the digital and hump all his way back to the church. Jesus, this is what I raised.
Shut your hole, woman! I was trying to live.
Oh, well, I'm going to shut my hole, am I? At which point you will see Duncan punch himself square in the jaw.
Ow!
I'm going to do that, am I? And he punches himself again in the jaw. Are we going to stop that now? Are you going to have respect for your dear old gran?
All right, I'm heading right.
Sorry, Gran. Sorry.
Fine.
Christina has no clue what to make of this situation right here. Like, what the hell?
So they're going to split up and they're going to come at and they're going to come at us, right? Yeah? And you're saying kill them, yeah?
Well, we've got like at least 7 hours. How far north is Dublin? Out of character. Like, what time does it get dark in the winter?
It's
Or get light.
About 5 o'clock in the afternoon currently.
And what time does the light go? Sunlight come up?
About
Sorry.
5 o'clock in the morning.
5 in the morning.
5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's that.
Okay. So we've got to survive about 5 or 6 hours. How many of you can run for 5 or 6 hours?
I can run for 5 or 6 hours.
So can I. But
No. Probably not. No.
Blinks once, blinks twice. The proper thing to do in this situation like this would not be to split the party and run in every direction.
I'll agree.
I would also suggest that we pick a spot, bunker down, and try to protect ourselves to the best of our ability. Assuming we have 4 awakened mages, we can do something if we work together.
Listen to that one, boy. He's smart.
Gran says, listen to you. So, they're spirits, yeah? Is what they are?
they're not just spirits.
Don't listen to that one. He's thick.
Of course not, Rory.
What did you say? What did you say your name was again? Looking at Christina.
Christina.
Okay. How are you good at setting up wards? How fast can you do them?
Pretty fast.
Okay.
I think. Should be able to.
My suggestion would be to go to an isolated area so no one else gets caught in the crossfire. So avoiding well-populated areas.
She nods.
We'll need to pick up a few things, though.
What do we need to pick up?
What do we need?
Evan, All the tales, there's always ways to make things, basically drawing upon mythic threads out of character. There's like charms, flowers, plants, things you can just grab that make spirits that are chasing you, no matter what kind they are, not make it hard for them to track you.
You're basically talking about the old hearth magic kind of stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Salt is a good one, and salt is a good one, and
circle particularly.
They also apparently have some incredibly weird fixations with horseshoes. Like if you hammer a horseshoe over a door, it apparently prevents them entering.
Yes. We'll need salt, because I doubt there's a barrier
I
around.
have salt.
You use that as a focus. You might be able to do some pretty potent magic.
She nods. I do.
So, as of right now, looking towards Mikhail.
So
What do you feel?
At this point, can people give me a perception alertness roll?
Mikhail, what do you feel comfortable doing?
Everybody?
I was called for a
Yeah, if everyone can give me perception alertness roll, difficulty 6, requiring 3 successes.
And what's the sense?
Sight.
Sweet.
1. I fail.
A 4 for me.
I don't think there's any way.
1, 2, 3. 3.
3, actually. Wow.
All
I
right.
got 2.
Unfortunately, it needs 3. Marcus?
I'm not rolling because I only have 2 dice.
Okay. You two will physically see a really odd sight at the other end of the road, about 100 meters away. You will see this gentleman sitting in a deck chair under an umbrella, despite the fact it's night, eating popcorn and just watching.
Do I recognize him? Is it Mordred?
What the hell is that?
If you've met Gravedigger,
Oh, it is.
Oh, I have! I've met Gravedigger.
he's literally sitting there watching you guys eating popcorn.
Christina will be like, oh my god.
He
Really?
waves a little.
You're really doing that?
He gives you a little wave.
Asshole. She just shakes her head and goes back to what she...
If it helps, over the course of this adventure, assuming you don't interact with him, you'll constantly see him popping up wherever you go just to watch what's going to happen.
Oh, that's great. She'll give him shit about it later.
Mikhail, what do you feel comfortable doing?
I don't know all the rules.
So you need time to think and prepare, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Hey, right, grandson, tell them more that it's like dealing with his weird fairies over there. It's not different.
Okay. Gran says it's like dealing with your weird shite. It's not the same thing.
Really? Alright. He will adjust his ring. Well then. I guess.
Before we go, did any of you swear or promise anything?
I specifically said I'd keep you safe.
Did you give your word or your name or anything?
No.
No names, no.
Just that we're on your side this evening.
Well, it's a good thing we have a
Yes.
king with us then, isn't it?
We should get moving.
Well,
Quickly.
one moment before we do. We should let the king make the moves.
Tilts his head.
Where are you, daft bastard? Tell us where to go.
I'm heading right. I'm heading towards the clubs. There's places to hole up there.
There's people in that direction too, boy.
There's people for like 10 kilometers at least in every direction.
Not if we do a bit of prep on the way there.
Duncan, because I rolled it. Sorry, Duncan, because I rolled it and I failed, and it's going to be far more dramatic this way. An arrow whizzes past your head and clatters onto the ground. You guys will see a shadowy spectral figure seated on a horse, aiming a bow as he attempts to draw and knock another arrow.
I will charge him.
I grab the arrow that.
All right, hang on, one person at a time. Mikhail is grabbing the arrow.
Yes.
Mikhail, do you have spirit sight and do you have it active?
I do, and I do.
That's a Talon, or what I would understand as a Talon, a temporary fetish or a weak fetish.
Mhm.
It is
Okay.
a one use only. It basically is imbued with a minor spirit of poison.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna hold on to this.
That's pretty.
Yep.
So Duncan is charging the man.
All right.
Rory's going to charge as well.
I sigh.
All right.
Because there's a thing or two these boys are going to learn about Duncan in a minute.
I'm just trying to do some mental arithmetic. He will get at least one more shot before Rory will be on top of him, because Rory can run for multiple actions. Then Duncan will be 2 turns behind him. Yeah. Cool. Sorry, I had to do some mental arithmetic. I had to work out how far you can, in theory, run and how long the distance of a longbow is. All right. So, I'm now going to roll some dice. Let's do that. Let's do that sweet, sweet dice rolling that I do.
You do that. I'm breaking line of sight.
I mean, that's arguably the right thing to do. Oh, well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rory, he shoots you. Would you like to dodge?
Yes.
Okay. Bear in mind, the -1 difficult. Oh, wait, no. You will have run out of range of our little defensive bubble. Unless Vince is chasing after you.
Nah, I had no idea what the fuck they were doing. They just sort of started running.
Cool. So, would you like to dodge?
I would. I would like to snake step, particularly.
Okay.
Roll for that.
It's dexterity martial arts, so I can roll your pool for you if you can't roll it.
And you add 3 dice.
Yes.
And it's diff 5.
Yes, how many dice am I rolling for you?
8.
Cool.
Heck.
Is it 8 with the +3, or am I adding +3?
Oh, +3, so 11. No, the +3 is if I'm successful, actually. So it's 8. It's 8, diff 5, and then if successful, then I roll 11.
Oh, poo. That is a failure, not a botch.
Oh, well. So
That is,
I
yeah,
just
that
don't
is-
get my 3 dice bonus, then I just get a roll 8, diff 6 again.
What are you talking about?
Hmm?
That's not how that works, buddy.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Well,
You get all of the dice when you roll. The maneuver X is a dodge with a 3 dice bonus, and
you roll the additional. You roll the 3. I thought a successful roll. I thought it's snake step. You have to roll the thing, and then if you're successful, it acts as a dodge attempt with an additional 3 dice bonus.
I will just roll an additional 3d10 to add on to the roll above.
Okay.
Which means you do get 2 successes, so that will lower his total from 6 down to 4. And I need to check the damage of a longbow.
I believe it's 4.
You might be right.
I'm looking at it now. 4 lethal.
Haha, victory.
Not counting any of the bullshit that's actually in the arrow.
Yes, that one's going to be very, 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 very sad. So that it's going to be 3. Sorry, so it's going to be 4. You said plus carryover. Do bows add your strength?
No.
Could have sworn they did. Oh well. So that's 4 plus carryover, which is 3. So that is 7d10 damage. Ha-cha-cha. For some reason, Discord is being very, very slow.
Maybe you're getting a...
Wow. Shit balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lethal.
Alright.
That is painful. Okay. Rory, what is your stamina?
It's 5 right now, plus I've got 2 dice of armor for what I'm wearing.
Okay, I'll roll you 2 dice of armor.
Oh, I can soak ag.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your soak then?
7 dice.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right. Now I have to roll your stamina. You only take 1 lethal, but it does cut you.
Okay.
You said you had 5 stamina. It's going to be difficulty 9. Huzzah! You do not go blind, deaf, and dumb.
Huzzah!
That is somewhat
Oh,
important. Cool. So, yeah. All right. Next round action means that Rory will be on him, which means we should actually roll initiative.
I would like to act at the end of the round.
Yep, that's fine.
During that exchange, once he was like charging him with Christina, like giving him some salt, I would have asked. I was a little struck by what happened.
I act on 13.
He acts on a 17.
Holy shit. Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, we're rolling
Lindsay,
initiative.
did you hear me?
One sec.
I didn't hear you. Sorry. What did you say?
I would have asked while he was like charging him if you had some salt, if he could use
Yes.
some of it. All
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. She would hand over some salt. Here you go.
I'd like to think that for no apparent reason this is not the case, but I like to think she just hands them McDonald's salt packets.
I mean, they are the most convenient way.
It's not a
I
bad
mean,
plan.
That's
It's not.
actually not a bad plan. I don't know that it would be for McDonald's, but she could have salt packets. Like, here you go.
Oh, I also need to roll in the initiative for his mount, because his mount is a thing. So, give me a second. Wow, both him and his mount go before you. Cool. Okay, so... Evan then
Seven.
questioned why they charged this guy piecemeal. Piecemeal.
But this was obviously the right thing to do.
Obviously. Don't tell anyone. It's fine. Okay, so Rory, he will basically drop the bow on the ground. It will disintegrate into shadow before he will draw a blade from its shadowy holster on his belt that seems to crackle with an odd, ominous, dark energy. and he strikes down at you from his high vantage point. Are you going to attempt to dodge?
I'm going to use one of my actions to dodge, yes.
Okay.
Actually, hold on, no, I can... Or can I parry?
Yes.
Actually, I don't think... I cannot soak right now.
Do you know how the parry rules work, sir?
I wouldn't mind a refresher.
Basically, yes, you can parry him unarmed, but you will be parrying his bladed weapon with your hands, which means that it will still basically in the event. Oh, it's either in the event. Give me a second. Brain function. Yes, you still basically. No, you cannot parry. You cannot parry with your unarmed, with your hands unarmed and unarmored. I believe, unless Marcus can tell me I'm wrong.
What was that?
Marcus, parrying with your bare hands.
You can soak it, you can parry it.
There we go.
I can soak it, but I think I have the same pool for both, so I'm just going to dodge.
Dip, drop, dip, dive, dodge. Okay. Questions?
Actually, hold on. Wait, 1 second, actually. I'm going to try something here. This will be fun.
Okay.
I'm counter throwing.
Okay.
Yay, soft style. Or mixed style, anyways.
All right, then. What is your pool?
It is 8. His is probably higher than mine.
Then
You see, what happens is you
spend willpower.
It is a perfectly executed. It is a perfectly executed counter throw. But as you reach up to grab his wrist to throw him, your hand goes straight through the smoky ephemera that is his wrist. And the blade continues to crash down.
you sort of need spirit in order to interact with spirits.
Either that or something that was infused with prime energy. That'll also do it.
Bing!
But I am infused with prime energy.
For like clarity.
Are you infused with prime? Are you infused with prime and are you infused with spirit to prime energy?
No.
There we go.
Ah, that's a shame.
So the spell discharges its effect, or rather, the sword discharges its effect, which means you will take that in automatic levels, and then I roll the damage. So I just have to get this all right in my head.
Oh, God.
I did say, does anyone here have Prime Sight?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, hi Christina. How's it going?
Hi. Good. Yeah.
Okay. So the sword he has in his hand has basically, when you look at it, you can immediately determine it's not a wonder in and of itself. It's just been infused with powers that you would understand as being not necessarily wondrous, but definitely magical. Essentially, he has what you would refer to as a holy stroke in his sword that is
Oh.
discharging into Rory.
Okay. That's fantastic.
It only has one charge, so Rory is eating that one charge like a trooper.
Yay!
He
So it
is
won't be a
not
problem after this.
maybe.
Maybe.
He is not. You can also read the nature of him in the sense that he is a being that is composed as a set of spiritual ephemera. He is not physically here. The blade is, and he is basically interacting with the real world through the fact that the sword exists and the quiver of arrows exists. But in order to physically strike him as an entity, you would require Spirit 2 to physically hurt him.
Crap.
The only way this is possible is because the gauntlet level is so low that he's essentially kind of half manifested.
Okay.
We will. To be fair, he only got 2 successes on the roll to actually hit you, which means it's not going to be all that terrible. Ish. Maybe. 1. Okay, so Rory, he does 7 levels of aggravated damage in the strike. You
Wow.
can, however, soak. You can soak. You said you can soak out, I guess.
Yes.
Cool. So what is your full soak pool?
I believe it is 7.
Excellent. This means this probably won't kill you.
Famous last words.
I mean, considering I'm rolling these things, the answer is maybe, kind of, sort of, yes.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you will take 3 levels of aggravated damage. You were asked to go on 3 levels of ag and 1 level of lethal.
Okay.
Sorry,
3 levels of ag, 1 level of lethal. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm hurting pretty badly right now.
Hey, Duncan, how's it going? It's going good?
I'm good. I'm good.
You will hear in the back of your mind, so, I take it you'll be wanting my help in dealing with this ghastly mother, in dealing with this ghastly fart of a previous age then.
Well, yeah, I would be, Grand. That's what you're here for, last I checked.
Oh, that's what I'm here for, is it? I have a purpose in being here, do I? All right, Marcus. You will be surrounded in a pale nimbus miasma of silverish energy. Mostly because even on Rory's additional actions, you cannot cast on your additional actions. So would you like, Marcus, would you like to roll? Oh, sorry, my apologies. Before we get to the next round of action, Nasir, Mikhail, it is you said you wanted to go at the end of the initiative, so do something at the end of the initiative here.
Yeah.
I also wanted to do something since I also rolled initiative.
Okay, cool. In that case, it'll go Mikhail and then you, Anthony.
Cool.
What did you want to do, sir?
Is the are the horse and the rider 2 separate entities? I do have spirit sight active.
They are made of the same stuff, but yes, they are 2 separate, distinct entities.
I'm gonna use my my wonder to bind the horse to a task, which is to betray the rider.
Okay. You have to roll your wonders, Erite, and it will be at the highest diff it can be, which is, or it'll be at the kind of the max diff, which is 3 plus 4 is 7. You can use quintessence to lower that though, up to by a -3.
Yep.
And you also cannot spend willpower on a wonder roll.
Yep. So I will spend the 3. You said 7, so I will spend 3 quint, bring it down to a 4. 3 successes.
Unfortunately, you will need the 4 successes to kick it off, but you can roll again next turn if you'd like.
Okay.
And Anthony, what did you want to do there?
Since I have spirit set up, I am going to use the salt as a focus, and I have exorcism as a rope, and I'm going to try to exorcise the rider.
You unfortunately can't, as you have a spirit right in you at the moment, which means you cannot access awakened magic.
Would I be able to, on my turn, to send like the protective spirit to watch over Duncan then?
No, because it is physically riding you, and that is a different kettle of fish. You can, however, catch pace with Duncan to the point the spirit will be taking care of him.
Then that is what I will do.
Okay. So, Duncan, on the next round of the initiative, would you like to please roll into the initiative?
Sure. Dex and wits, right?
Yep. By the way, your dex will currently constitute 6, and your wits will currently constitute 7.
13.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. You paid the backgrounds. I'm going to give you awesome, occasionally.
Okay. 16.
I think the rider might still have the initiative at a 17.
Oh, he does. It's all good.
Okay, cool. He will look around at the pair of you before hissing, sliding from his horse's back, so he's standing on the ground in front of you. And, hey Marcus, just because it's you, and because you know this, he draws 2 knives.
Oh, you sack of shit.
On a side note, this is myself and Marcus have had many conversations about dual wielding knives. So he is going to his first volley of blows. What he is doing, Marcus, is he is not taking multiple actions. He is splitting his dice pool. So his first volley of blows is going to go into Rory. Then his second one is going to go into Marcus. Then his third one is also going to go into Marcus.
Yay.
And look at that. It's almost, never mind. I'll say my stats for later.
So here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Can I access Awaken Magic at this point? Yes or no?
No, you are under the same restrictions.
That's cool.
You knew risks.
We can't use magic?
No, he can't because he's currently being ridden by a spirit.
Yes, she has really big numbers.
He's okay. I'm gonna roll these all at once because I can't be bothered to otherwise.
If he's gonna attack me twice, I will parry twice and attack once.
Cool.
Because it all uses the same die pool.
He only hits you. He only actually makes contact with you once, Marcus. He does, however, hit Rory one hell of a schmack.
Oh.
This is what happens when you charge ahead of everybody else. There were disclaimers.
That's fair. Can I use magic?
Yes, on your turn you can.
Okay.
So that's 3, which means 2 roll over. Strength of that. 2 plus 3 roll over. Cool. On the bright side, these are just ordinary knives. They don't have any holy stroke on them, or else I'm pretty sure you could kill Rory in one shot.
Yay.
He does, however, do 3 lethal to Rory.
After soak? Like, I didn't get a dodge?
Oh, you do? Well, I was saying that he does 3 lethal. Oh. Were you going to dodge? Sorry.
I have like 2 extra actions. I was going to use one of them to dodge. It would be stupid not to.
Okay. That's fine. What is your dodge pool?
It is 8. And spec.
Holy mother of Jesus. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Do you have an applicable dex specialty to dodge?
I believe I do. Why?
Because that's like 1,000,000 successes.
You dodge. Really dodge. Like, probably with a graceful roll and shit.
That was 8 successes. Wowzers.
Yeah.
Duncan, would you also like to dodge?
Yes, as I split my 13 die pool.
No. As you split your 17 die pool.
My bad. I split my 17 die pool
Fuck.
into 3 separate actions. So I'll do 5, and what is that? 5, and 7. Yeah. So this will be the 5.
But right, he only actually struck you once, but you didn't declare for the parries, which means.
These would be snake steps, so it'd be 8d10s because I'm not stupid. And they would be difficulty 3. Right, 4, because I have a hard style. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 6, 5, 4. I only got 2.
You still succeed. You only got one.
He's like,
So would you like to now roll your attack because he only hit you once?
okay, cool. This is with my stick, by the way. I'm not, not actually. I have to punch him. I'm punching him. Sorry. 7. This will be my death. The one that does lethal. Well, actually, I don't really matter because he's a spirit.
Yep, that sweet fact. He's got health boxes linked to his gnosis. Mm-hmm. Punch him in the face.
I am at diff 3. I got 4 successes to punch him in the face.
Okay, roll me that sweet damage.
One moment. Since I rolled Dex and my thing is fast, my hands are fast. Fast hands is my specialty. Does that apply?
Yeah, but you're not using your hands. You're using a stick.
No, I have to use my hands. The stick won't hurt him.
Valid, then yes, it will.
So, damages. Strength +2.
And you will be rolling to wound at a -1 difficulty because spirits are cool.
Nothing for damage.
Wait, how are you only rolling? Wait, what? What? That dice pool's categorically wrong.
Nope, there's no carryover for punches unless it says somewhere there is.
Shut up, I've already said that there's carryover for punches.
Okay.
Reroll the pool.
Ooh.
That's still pretty crap. Okay, that's 2. So, at the end of the initiative round, do Mikhail and/or... okay, at the end of the initiative round, Mikhail, did you wish to do something? You wish to continue casting your wonder, didn't you?
Yup. Also spend the coin. That's another 1 success. That's 4.
Okay. On his horse's action, because it does have one, I've just constantly forgetting to roll it, it will indeed turn on its master. Anthony, is there anything you wish to do before I roll the horse's attack?
I would like to, since Rory looks like he's in a bit of trouble, can I pass my protection spirit onto him?
It won't do anything else to him. If basically, he will get the same effect as if you are just standing near him.
I just want to be able to use magic, but I want the effect to be out. This is what I'm getting at.
You would basically make it so he would be unable to cast magic at that point.
It's a dick move. But
That's what happened.
What am I going to do? Is there any way I could pass it on into an object?
That is a huge series of ritual rolls. making a permanent fetish is a really big ass deal because you also have to make deals with the spirit, etc.
That is a fair statement. Or I
There's
could
also
just let.
for it, and how do you do that?
I know how to do it, but like that's not something that could be physically be done in this scene, and that's a lot of the amount of time. So. You know what? I guess I'll just be support this round. Hopefully nothing bad happens.
I have to roll his horse kicking him in the head, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. You did 2 levels of damage to him, didn't you, Marcus?
Yep.
Yep, because Mikhail's a dick, the horse turns around, kicks him in the head, causing the head to basically disappear into a ragged collection of smoke before the body collapses to the ground and starts to basically waft away.
Wow.
Does he drop the sword?
Yes, the sword clatters to the ground, a physical object.
I'll pick it up.
Dude, were any of you guys in the game where, in the beginning of this game, where I pointed out that randomly picking up things from the technocracy was a really bad idea?
Yes, I was there for that. I was able to apply a few of those attacks.
I remember.
I remember.
Yep, I remember too.
I don't think I could make any of those scenes ever.
No, that's a lot of ad coming in your direction.
Okay.
Not quite. Huh?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You pick up the sword, and it's a really, really pretty chased silver handle that has a number of runes inscribed on it. The blade itself appears to have an almost flowing metal, almost as if the metal itself is composed of liquid. But it's a very, very beautifully crafted thing when you look at it. Then you look down, and you feel an immense sharp pain in your hand as a spike has physically come from the sword through the back of your hand.
Goody.
I
said goody.
However, it doesn't, however, cause any damage to you whatsoever. However, for some strange reason, it then sticks. So it pops up, the spike pops up, and then it moves to form a cross pattern on your hand, so it can't be pulled out, basically, if you get me.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to constantly bleed.
Like Stigmata?
No.
Well, that's good thing he regens 1 lethal around, as long as
Yeah.
he's close to Anthony.
It's doing no damage. It didn't do any damage to him. It is just stuck there. But even with the healing of the lethal, it is going to still constantly drip blood. Just a little trickle of it, but it's going to constantly drip.
So it's like he has what is it? Basically an open wound flaw for a little while.
Not really. It's not severe enough to constitute an open wound. Mind you, do you know what's really, really great when you're trying to scent something?
Blood.
Blood.
Oh.
Blood trail.
So if it helps, you've got a sword in your hand. You can't really put it down, but you've got a sword in your hand.
Hooray.
The sword itself, interestingly enough, is also a spirit, as you look at it now, or as those with spirit active. In theory, they could talk to the sword.
Hey, I got a point of quintessence. I'm gonna see if I can make a quick deal with this horsey here.
Can I talk to the sword with Spirit 1? Or no?
Yeah, you can talk to it, Spirit 1. Actually, no, wait, hang on. Is Spirit Speech Spirit 2 or Spirit 1?
Spirit 2. Is it 1? 1? Fair enough.
I'm joking. It's too.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I knew I wasn't crazy. Like,
So, Marcus, the horse it kind of looks at you. You get the distinct impression the horse don't give a fuck.
I was like, I'm your rider now. Have some juice.
It looks at you and just kind of turns and walks away slowly.
the sass on the horse is real.
The horse just dissed me. Like no love from the horse.
The horse dissed you. Dissed you mad hardcore, bro.
Yeah, it pretty much just told you to fuck off.
Did the bow also clatter to the ground?
Beg your pardon?
Did the bow also clatter to the ground?
It did, but it turned into shadow as it did so.
That doesn't matter. I can pick up spirit shit.
No. As in, it turned into shadow and dissipated.
It dissipated earlier.
It's gone.
That's good. We running. This is time to get the hell out of Dodge.
From the side, you see, the guy in the deck chair has a little flag that he's wearing as a clear spectator. He's like, "Yay!"
Like a little pinion flag. Like one of those little triangle flags.
Yes, his little triangle flag with Duncan written on it. You've got no idea where he got it from, but by God, he's got one.
Well, so Christina will say, at least he's rooting for us.
Until he turns it around, and then you see it has Shadow Horse Rider on the other side of it.
Ah, bastard.
I'm going to go briefly get a drink, and then we're going to continue.
Sweet.
Okay.
I had my
It's a good time if anyone needs to like take a bio break or like get anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
So
Go get something.
what can
Something.
I do with Spirit One?
You see it talk to spirits. Well,
know
you
how
can
to-
see
you
spirits.
can
Spirits
sense
too,
their
you can talk.
presence.
You can know how thick the gauntlet is.
Super useful.
So I can't actually talk to it.
Spirits
Currently,
are-
it's 2.
I could be wrong. Let me see.
I could double check,
So
but I believe
Spirit
it's
one.
two.
Spirit one, since I got it open. Spirit sight / spirit sense. Most
Yeah,
of humanity's world remains invisible, not to a mage who knows spirit sphere. Then he can read the local gauntlet's thickness, discern auras, sense spirits of all types, peek into the penumbra through this vidaire, determine whether or not material object has a spiritual component. And using Spirit One, you can determine strange resonances, such as possessed creatures, shallowings, nodes, elemental
Turn-
spirits, etc.
Turn to page 508. Look at the part that says spirit powers. Have a nut.
Body magic. Ah. See spirits speak. Damn it.
He turns to look at Anthony's character. He goes, "So is Anthony you there?"
Oh, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah. He was before. Then he goes, "So before I ran off, you were saying something."
Like the death stare, like motherfucker. Like, yeah, we should probably find a place to hold out.
Right. Okay then.
Do you?
I can't see the same spirit you can. That's the problem, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, wasn't Rory struck with the arrow?
Yep.
That's a problem.
Not
No,
for
I
me.
said-
I didn't get stuck by the arrow.
I mean, I resisted it.
Okay.
Well, out of character, I may have to go soon.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had this is girl.
I kind of want to let the spirit go, but if I let the spirit go, most of us will die.
I can't use magic right now. But sure ain't that big a deal.
I mean, it's not a big deal for me. I'll live, but like,
It's a finger, guys, because guess what? Ghost Force gives no fucks.
Can I see the spirit, like of the spirit of the sword with
Yeah.
spirit one?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I can't talk to it, but maybe I can crudely communicate with it.
you could probably ask someone else to talk to it.
That was my backup plan. If my dance does not work.
Okay. But that's what's going through Vince's mind. We kind of need to make it to a place before we get like ambushed by more spectral riders.
Okay, so left, right, or straight ahead, kid?
I went right earlier.
Okay. You guys
Scroll.
seem to run down the right-hand side of the road.
I have a question, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Rory, are you breaking away from the party to go right? Because I have not decided on a location in which way I am going. This is very important.
Sure. I mean,
Okay. Rory is going right. I just need to make sure things are straight in my head so I know where everyone is at. I am not a native to Dublin. Is anyone else a native to this place?
Rory is. He just went
Christina,
off right.
See, didn't I say he's the smart one? Just look at the smart one.
Christina.
she's not a native, but she's been there for like 3 years, so
Close enough.
yeah.
Do you know where we could go to hold up and like undisturbed?
Add a character that the mage bar that we always go to still exists, right?
Oh my god, no. Like
No? You want to
no.
go there?
No.
Why not?
It was destroyed, I thought.
What was destroyed?
The mage bar, Acrobat Knights.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's still there. For its many, many sins, it's still there.
Oh my god.
Really?
Okay. Don't want to go there. So,
Yeah.
Do you
I
wanna
don't
go
know,
there?
Evan. I don't know, but Christina would. What can I roll for?
There are a number of places in Dublin you could go.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, the closest place of quote-unquote safety is owned by that guy over there in the deck chair who seems to be manically laughing at your current predicament.
Oh my god. God. She's
It's
like,
almost like
she kind of like looks over to Gravedigger and then kind of rolls her eyes. It's like, oh my god.
There are a couple of options. The nearest ones to you that would be feasible, you could go to Agrabah's actually not that close to where you guys currently are. You could
Okay.
go to Carpe Noctem, which is Gravedigger's Club. You could go to
Which way is each of these things?
Beg your pardon?
Which way is each of these things?
Give me a second. That would be to the left would be Carpe Noctem. You could go right and attempt to get to Siren's Library. Or you could go straight ahead and attempt to get to the Temple of a Thousand Happinesses.
Is that Lord Sideshow's place?
Yes.
So, yeah, those are the 3 options.
I
she'll
vote
give.
for not that one.
Not what one.
Not the temple.
Sideshows.
Let's not go to sideshows. Turning to Gravedigger. That seems like okay. I don't physically know who that is, but
Oh my, I'm sorry, I've got to be honest with you now, loves, but Jesus, you've gotten yourselves into some kind of predicament, and I'm just here to serve as the ever-loving spectator to the carnage that is thus ensuing. On a side note, lovely to meet you, sir. He looks at Duncan, and lovely to meet you, ma'am. He'll say, also looking at Duncan.
Because
He
he
says-
sees.
He says, Gran, I'm sorry, he's English.
Of course. After all, remember what we did to you bastards at the Battle of Falkirk. That elicits a reaction. But, yes. I'm curious, how is it that exactly you got yourselves made into the metaphysical main course on some kind of interdimensional smorgasbord?
I feel like we were picked at random.
You should know, my dear, that there is absolutely no random when it comes to the spirit world. They always have everything determined.
I know. It makes me feel better to think of it that way.
So what you're saying is that ignorance makes you feel better. Excellent.
Sometimes, yes.
Well, now we know.
But really, I have no idea why we specifically were picked for this.
I'm still running towards Siren's place, as I have been for a while.
That's
I
fine.
assume the others were following. They probably aren't at this point.
no. I'm
No, we're
not
chatting
running
with
off.
Gravedigger.
I'm not running off in a direction. Like,
Yeah.
I got up.
At least I'm just leading the others away. The blood trail is going to go towards Sirens.
Oh, look at it, man.
Rory, if it helps, what happens next is entirely based on your decisions.
What?
there's but so much I can do. This is firmly out of hands.
So basically, they gave me this cough medicine for this terrible cough I've got after the pneumonia. And listen to this: thyme herb, dry extract, marshmallow root syrup.
What?
What the fuck?
I've lost faith in humanity.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
You're drinking marshmallow root syrup.
No. Thyme herb, dry extract, marshmallow root syrup.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that these words make sense together.
Yeah, I don't. This is amazing. I feel like that's something one of our mages might have concocted.
And it tastes like fucking death. Anyway,
Well, my mage would have made it taste better.
but he's going to look at Duncan up and down, and he's going to say, I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I highly suspect that the small-time conjurer over here who thinks that he understands the other side probably has something to do with your current predicament.
Oh my.
English, are you talking to me?
I mean, if I referred to you by what you were, I'd have to either call you a kilt-wearing surrender monkey or something else. So yes, the English is speaking to you.
Blink, blink.
Only there was a frenzy.
I'm sorry. All I've got to say is Brexit. There's a great idea, isn't it?
I'm sorry, all I've got to say is the fact your country couldn't even vote itself out of Brexit.
That's why I moved to
I
Dublin.
would like to survive.
Your own country did it to yourselves, you shite.
Your sass is noted. I'd like to survive the night.
Of course we will. One moment. We've got centuries of universal stupidity to deal with right here and right now.
That's not. Can we? Is this club
Christina
here?
rubs the bridge of her nose like, oh my god.
On a side note, did Christina and Gravedigger sleep together? I can't remember.
I think they got close, but I don't think that it ever actually happened. But they go way back.
Gravedigger he's leaning there on his stick, and he'll say, "For the record, you know that idiot boy, the one who thinks that he matters in the Order of Hermes, is probably going to die because he's run off like an absolute foolish kid by himself."
She nods. Yeah.
I.
Kind of suspected that. Yes. Because we all would like to, formulate a plan before we run off somewhere.
We've got a plan. A place is hospitable to us. Give us our car for the night. Simple.
So Christina will look to Gravedigger, and she will say, "Would you mind if we hold up at your place?"
Well, that would depend, my dear, on exactly what it is I'm getting out of the bargain, you see. Because as it stands at the moment, I get to have the inanely enjoyment of watching you all get ripped limb to limb by angry spirits in order for the sun to come up tomorrow.
Well, what do you want?
He contemplates for a moment.
And she's thinking, I am going to regret this.
I offer her. She's right there.
No. I want a single favor from your guardian angel, my Scottish friend.
Oh, God.
He looks over at him. He opens his radar. Like, I'm really not. Do I need to roll for Spirit 1, Spirit Sight, really? You want me to roll for that?
Well, what are you doing? Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
He's just going to open his third eye and look at him for spirits and see, does he have a lot of wraiths and shit?
Yes. Yeah, you can roll that up for me.
Fuck you jailer. No.
You literally see dozens of chains hanging off Gravedigger to various different poor unfortunate souls. Oh, come now, darling boy. My people have held yours in shackles for generations. We're rather good at it.
Fat lot of good as down to the English.
Well, yes, considering what my people produce and yours shoot heroin.
It's really good heroin, too, isn't it?
I'm led to understand that in the United States they believe that the FBI introduced AIDS and PCP, I believe it is, to the inner cities. Well, I can guarantee you, I think we introduced it to Scotland. Why? Well, frankly, it dulled the mood a little bit.
Can you put your hands up where your mouth is? No, you can't.
So you don't want my help? Very well, then I'll be on my way.
Of course I want your help, you stupid shit. Pick something else.
But that's the only thing you have that I want. A single favor.
Fuck you. He starts running. You can see, look, you lot can pitch in with him and he can come up with something else. I'll not give that jailer nothing. Nothing at all.
My. And so the rest of you, are you going to pitch in with old Gravedigger?
Look, you lot will be fine. Stay with him. Me, I'll be on my way.
Well, that wasn't what the deal was, now was
No,
it?
not-
So,
Wait, one moment. Yes, it was. If you think about it. You said you'd help me. You never said what you'd do to help me, did you?
Well, no.
So, give me a token.
all right. Where are we currently right now? Evan.
You're currently standing in a... beg your pardon. You're currently standing next to the River Liffey, about a couple of 100 meters down the road from where it was you guys started. You can only assume that they really didn't want to directly follow you, splitting up to areas where they thought you would go, as opposed to just directly chasing you down.
Okay. What's directly to the left of us?
Directly to the left, in terms of what building is directly to the left of you?
What's directly to the left?
A bank.
right?
The river.
I'm thinking if we can. Oh boy.
All right then. You know what? I'll be reasonable, Scottish boy. I'll have a single favor from you.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Is it?
You'll ask me something that I can only do with her to accomplish it. It's simple.
You have my word. You will not need to call. I'll make an addendum. You have my word. You will not need to call upon a vestige of your patron power in order to supply the service that I will ask for.
You said need. You didn't say can't. Come on, seriously. Does this work for people normally?
You will not need, you will not require, you will not be forced to, you will not be asked to. It will be a favor that you, in your mortal form, can grant unto me. No magic need be involved.
Not
The clan chief would roll over in his grave if I owed something to an Englishman.
He's not wrong. Somewhere in the island sky, he's dumping against the box. They're trying to.
Christina can't argue that. Like, well, fuck. She's
trying to
British too.
prove, my
So.
God, these were Scots. They picked a small coffin because they were cheap.
Look, so give me a token so I can be on my way. But remember, don't think of it like it. This is a time that's not like normal. The same rules that allow them to bend the rules allow you to do the same thing. So think outside the box when you offer, because you'll only get to offer once.
With that being said, Vince will. Is there something I can offer you?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Not you.
Something, oh my. Something you can offer me. Little story. Actually, hang on. Did you decide to go with being a story keeper, or are you still a chorister? I don't know.
He's still a chorister. Chorister with a lot of living legend.
What is your living legend again?
I'll PM it to you. I don't want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
It will become evident at some point.
It will become evident, but not now.
But today is not that day. Sorry.
Today's not that day.
Out of character, guys, I'm really sorry that I'm playing an angry Scotsman.
No, I'm not. I think it's
No,
great.
it's cool. I love it.
It's fucking amazing.
I choose to point out half of the fun I've had in this game is just basically talking at you in angry Scots.
Christina has always tried to be somewhat reasonable.
He will turn to you and he'll say, "What could you offer me?" Hmm. 20 years of service after your death.
Ooh, nice.
I assure you, Mr. Wilson, you will see heaven, but not until it is you go through hell.
Gotta do that willpower. I'm not sure if I like you that much.
I'm telling y'all, do it my way, because if you do it his way, you're going to be in Derrick's pocket.
Yeah, nah. He just it's a firm no.
It's warm, comfortable, and safe in my pocket. At which point you start to hear the sound of more hoofbeats. And time is precious.
That being said, he will I literally can't think of anything else. So it's Marcus's plan. Whatever he wants to do.
Fuck this. Carnunos, I challenge you!
Oh no.
Blink.
Oh yeah.
Well then,
Oh.
I suppose.
Oh,
Get off your fucking horse and let's do this!
You hear the sound of hoofs upon the ground, and you will see the figure, all 8 feet tall, not astride his horse this time, but rather he has a bow slung over his shoulder and a spear. For the record, have any of you ever seen what a boar spear is?
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
In one of his hands. Rory, you are no longer running where you thought you were running.
Yay.
You were standing right back in a small circle of these people as they are put standing back in a circle.
All right. Can I roll to heal myself? I just didn't want to interrupt the talking earlier.
Sure. So, you challenge me.
Aye.
And what is it? And do you honestly think the child of Scathach can do anything to me?
We ain't built for running, we're built for fighting.
Evan, I release the spirit.
Okay. It basically goes. It will look at them and they will say, "You know that these opted to aid the prey, which means if I fight you and you lose, they will all die."
Well, I never said that. I said I challenge you.
They gave me their word that they would aid the prey, that
Well,
they
I
would
ain't the
spare
prey.
the.
I ain't the prey. I'm the challenger. Totally different name.
I'm sorry. I could name you a pig and shape you as one. That does not change the prey.
Blood needs to be spilled. That blood's mine. Let's do this then.
That was 2 successes there.
And what say the rest and the remainder?
Does that mean everyone who offered us aid then?
Those who said that they would aid the prey.
Aye, that includes him then.
Oh, you've got to be fucking me.
No, technically he's correct, Gravedigger.
Beg your pardon?
Technically he's correct.
Now, right.
He offered aid.
This is not how this is not acceptable.
Yes.
You're in the shit now, son.
Well, fuck. Honestly, I just wanted a little night's entertainment, and this is what I get.
Come now, it'll be fun.
Are you not entertained?
Rory gained the 3-point enemy Gravedigger flaw. He is not happy now, and you just decided to mock him openly.
That was out of character.
Too bad. Wait, I see, baby.
No, I'm not going to be that dick, but yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh lord.
Oh no! You're getting it. I was saying to Marcus that at the end of this, we'll be handing out rewards and penalties at the end of the session.
Yo, fantastic.
Well then it's go time.
It's go time. Let's do it.
Begin. That is all he says. Begin.
Begin.
For Lord of Storms, I summon thee.
Wait, is this all of us now? This is out of character. I actually don't know what's going on.
Yes, basically, because you are one of the group, essentially, who were summoned. It's demanding now. You actually no. Before it does this, it will look at Mark. It will look at Marcus and it will say, "I will fight you. However, question: set the terms of our engagement, pray." Marcus.
Marcus?
Marcus. Daylight
Master,
come,
what does it do?
Marcus.
Did we lose him?
I'm here.
Okay.
He said, state the terms of our engagement.
Oh, hi. Let me confer for tactics. One moment. Okay, so we're fighting for Nunos.
You will see Gravedigger very nonchalantly sigh before he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a gun, and shoots himself in the temple.
Oh.
Did he fall over?
Yes, dead as a doornail.
Well, I suppose he didn't want to help us.
He's dead?
I mean, Gravedigger comes back from the dead all the time.
Technically, yes, but he'll be back.
Hey, with Wraithlore, do all his chains break at that moment?
No.
Okay.
If somebody wanted to start pulling on one of his chains, though, you could probably lodge one of them loose while he was in. He wasn't in a state to stop you.
That sounds like none of my problems.
I don't know. That sounds like a whole bunch of no.
I'm not sure that
It's
that's the
outside.
greatest idea in the universe right now. So
On the bright side, Marcus, you caused Gravedigger to physically suicide himself because he doesn't think he could win this fight, and he doesn't see the fact that you can either.
I'm fighting a god, babe.
So,
What is your plan?
Okay, so here's the deal. First and foremost, is the gun still there?
Yeah. It's just a standard snub nose revolver.
No, it's the gun that killed Gravedigger is what it is.
Oh, smart.
it is the gun that killed Death. I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
I like where this is going.
yeah.
A lot of spiritual significance on that.
I beg your pardon?
Evan, any spiritual significance to that, to the weapon that killed Gravedigger?
Not overly, actually. Mostly because it killed a body. I'm not saying the Gravedigger's soul was in the body. Yeah, it would still have some. Hang on, I'm trying to think. It would have some. Yes. It's not like the equivalent of a weapon that really took a life, because essentially what it did was take a life, but it was a life that's been taken so many times it almost becomes cheapened and tarnished each time it's revivified. Because it's not unique anymore. It is not the weapon that killed, because there are so many things that kill, but it would still have some spiritual significance to it, yes.
Okay, cool. I'll just put them in my back pocket because. So here's the deal. We work together. We create a warrior. That warrior fights that warrior.
Alrighty.
But you don't have to you don't have to trust me is what you have to do. Trust each other even.
Christina will nod.
This is where we're at.
Okay, so we'll call. One who has the right to be called. No one said we couldn't ask for help.
So who are we calling?
I'm sure someone wants to fuck him up.
There are several people, several of you know by name, who could in theory be called.
He never said at which point they could offer aid. He just said that anyone who offered aid.
Mm-hmm. Correct?
Not saying that words are important, but words are important.
I mean, yes. Never mind,
Oh,
Grave
sure.
Digger inadvertently offered you the chance of aid, and you had him on a technicality.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you summon to deal with such an entity, though?
Skatha.
Won't do it.
That's right, she won't. She's Wraithy.
Sorry, this is an out of character question. As I said, I'm a little bit out of it today.
Mhm.
Is this specifically a fight? It was a challenge was issued, and
Then-
the penalty for losing is death.
Then the whatchamacallit, then it was pretty much stated that it would be fisticuffs, yes.
Okay.
Oh, so the terms are easy. We fight the first fall. Loser loses. No death involved. What do you say?
You will die if I win, pray. That is simple and irrefutable.
Yeah, but will I come back or am I staying dead?
You will stay dead.
Okay, just check. Well, what if I kill you? Do you stay dead?
That's a very good question.
I will stay dead as Kernanos stays dead.
Well, it's not the same, is it? So there's no mortality for you, is there?
There can be no mortality for me. I die each winter.
But you come back.
Is Rory with us?
You were the one who challenged me.
I was just
You
making
should
sure.
know- You
making
should
sure.
know them.
Just making sure. No problem. Do you guys have any big friends? Really big friends? Really powerful friends? Do you have any?
It's a long shot, but it might work. You know what? Fuck it. Based off of my paradigm and how Vince believes, he's a devout Christian, and when Christian believers are faced with adversity, it's a wide known fact that if we pray and ask for aid, aid will come when we need it.
Okay. Does anyone else they have up their sleeve as a concept?
I.e., he's going to ask, well, Jesus the Christ, if he'll send a combatant.
Oh, I'm gonna call the hound. I trained my grandmama trained him. Shit.
Does he appear as dots on your sheet?
Valid point. But wait, hey, the doors of the spirit world are flung open. Who knows? Okay?
So could I put myself out there for like a ritual and see what happens?
Not really. I mean, like asking God for help. I mean, in theory, if you were doing like a really powerful entropy prayer that would quirk fate to the point someone would exist, maybe. But just saying, "Can I have help?" That's not really gonna do
All right.
much.
So can I do an entropy 4, spirit 4? See what happens.
Did you have entropy 4?
Yes, sir.
I do not pay attention to things.
No, you don't.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Then to answer the question, yes. Yes, you can.
I'm pulling shit out of my ass. This may like very well backfire, and I could be dead and me making a new character.
I'm right there with you. Because I'm about
I
to
mean-
distract him again and steal his boar spear and stab him with it. Right
I have someone who can serve as a companion.
All right.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, I was saying, I have someone who can serve as a combatant, but if anything, I would expect all damage done to her to be repaired and healed.
I will let Vince's prayer go through and see what happens.
Because I think something crazy is about to go down.
This is about to be stupid, and I'm down.
Welcome to Darkness
So,
Novel, where things get stupid.
It's
I'm
either
gonna
this or
summon
that.
a knot.
My character does do one thing. He goes, if it looks like Vince is about to do something,
It looks like he's about to just throw his hands in the air and just fuck it.
he goes, all right, everyone join hands.
Sure. Why not?
No, seriously, here's the deal. Whatever he does, and let's do a ritual. We don't have the whatever success. So basically, we're untrained. We don't know what he's doing, but we can all give him an auto success.
No, that's true. Okay, sure.
And I don't know if spending a willpower for him would work, but fuck it, let's do it.
It'll work.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
then, I'll spend a willpower too.
The
Absolutely.
more successes Vince can accumulate, the more interesting things are going to become.
Well, let's just, you know what? We're already in ham overload, so let's just.
I ain't playing for any
Supersonic
of this.
Joining hands, spending a willpower.
my character slices his hand open and offers a knife to everybody else.
Yep, take it.
Here we go.
And it's
Slice
a
hand open.
link of blood, spend willpower, ritual, hopefulness. Let's see what the hell goes down, Evan.
Yep, gonna do it. And when she's done, she'll pass it to Mikael.
Are you down with this ham chain,
Mikael.
Austin?
He will clean the blade. He will draw a circle around the ground. He will then cut his hand, or he will draw a circle on the ground around the group. He will then cut his hand, and then offer the blade back. Drop blood into the groove.
Oh, good idea.
Vince, I'm going to make a recommendation to you.
Yes.
When you're calling for help, don't necessarily, and this is something your character would know, you're a Christian, that's cool, and you are kind of praying, but now there's all these different faith systems that are interlinked together. Calling out to the Christian God when there are people of different faiths might not be the greatest idea, but calling out for help might be a better idea.
I'll call out for help then.
Yay.
Yay.
And yes, I will spend the willpower.
All of you can roll into this ritual, by the way.
Cool.
Fuck me running.
Beg your pardon?
Nothing.
Roller rarity.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty.
Hang on. It's going to be difficulty 7 minus foci and quint spent, etc.
Alright.
Okay.
So
Diff 4.
4. Yeah.
4.
I got nothing except for willpower. So I gave in 1. Yay.
Actually, you give in 2 because you're participating and you spend a willpower.
Okay, cool. 2. Go team.
So there's 3 from me.
Alright,
5
so
for me.
Christina?
2, 3, 4, 5, I think, altogether.
Alright, so that's 5 plus 5 is 10. So how much did Mikhail get?
I got 2
3.
on the
5.
dice roll plus a willpower plus joining in, so 4.
So that's 4 plus 2 is 6.
No, it's 6 for me. No, sorry, it will be 6.
So
My mistake.
17. Are you guys going to roll again at a +1 diff?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Sure
gonna spend
will.
more willpower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
May as well.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die either.
That would be another 5 for me with all my merits and shit.
Okay.
I'm not saying all the ghosts that are looking at me that are unchanged should spend some willpower too, but
21. Guys, continue on. 21.
1 second.
So another 3 from me.
24.
Another 4 from me.
28.
another 3 from me.
31. Okay. I had a threshold of successes in my head, and depending how well you guys did and how long it took you, different things would happen. So this is what you get. Vince, you feel a weight on your shoulders and the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this looks interesting. What you doing?
Looking for aid to fight the spirit of... I can't pronounce that name.
Kernanos.
Pronanos.
Why?
He's here to harm myself and my associates, and we need to fight back.
Why?
Life is important to fight for.
Oh, I like that. That is an interesting concept. You can okay. You feel, Mikhail, you now feel the weight on the back of your neck, or on your shoulders and on the top of your head. Hello.
Yes.
Do you also think that life is worth the protecting? Huh?
Yes.
Why?
Why is life worth protecting? I enjoy living, as do... Looks at the others gathered. We all enjoy living.
No. Not necessarily what I meant. Why is life worth protecting? Not just yours, but anyone's.
We are given a limited amount of time on this floating speck in the cosmos. We need to not cut it short. Otherwise, we would lessen our experience on this planet, in this world, and in this life. We are meant to experience everything.
Christina, now you feel the weight on your shoulders and the back of your head.
Uh-huh.
You smell nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what is it from your perspective that means that life is worth protecting?
Well, all life comes from Gaia. And Gaia and I have a very special bond. And she is very much worth protecting from me, so I also believe everyone else is worth protecting because we're all of her.
So you're saying that everyone is part of something greater?
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that. And Marcus, you feel the weight on your shoulders and on the back of your head? So, what about you? Life. Thoughts thereof? Anything?
We was put here with one chance. You fight for it till you're dead. That's what we're here to do.
I like that. Okay. So, you need someone to fight him, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
How?
Weakened enough to be bound.
No, not what I meant. I mean, do you want me to just go over there and hit him? I can do that.
I need you to go over there and win the fight.
Marcus, something very specific has to happen.
Yeah, he has to die.
No. He has to do this guy. This entity cannot just go over and hit him. He has to do something.
Does my character know what it is?
Well, you've been the one who's been spouting it. Yes.
I have?
Oh no.
He has to offer to help you.
Yeah, I forgot
Oh,
about that.
yeah.
You have
Hey.
to offer.
You mind helping us?
You will feel the weight leave the back of your shoulders before there is a dance of flower petals on the ground just behind you, and an entity forms into a solidified whole. And you will hear a voice say, I, Sun Wukong, Child of Heaven, will stand as their champion.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
You have this interesting moment, which I can only declare as a god stare down. For the record, Loki would have shown up if you got 25 successes in 2 rounds. Sun Wukong was the best possible outcome.
Oh my lord.
Oh wow. All
Unless I
right.
go, hi. He'll turn around and wave. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Kananos looks at him and looks at you all, and there's this kind of wonderful play across his face of the fuck. If a god could have a the fuck face.
He just had it. It's beautiful.
Well, what can I say? I heard you guys calling for help, and I don't like it when people are, forced to be backed into a corner by beings that are bigger than they are and should know the fact that bullying the small only makes them so smaller by contrast.
I like this guy.
I mean, you all thought that life was worth the value of the protecting, and there's something to be said for that. So, here I am. Also, I like this city.
Well, you've been needing tokens then.
Tokens?
From each of us to represent us in the battle. He hands over his cane.
Oh. Pretty.
Carved it myself.
Would you like to hold mine?
Sure.
Hi, Marcus. He hands the thing to you.
So Christina will hand over her teaspoon.
He won't take the teaspoon, but he kind of takes. He takes it in his mouth. Marcus, he hands you his own staff. Do you know how much the Monkey King staff is supposed to weigh?
No.
The ridiculous amount.
It is.
It's Thor hammer level weight.
It is NA levels of weight, so you will basically be dragged immediately to the ground. It won't crush your hands, but it's like, oh Jesus!
Thanks.
Welcome. And what about you?
Okay.
I hand over Vince's first confirmation cross. He still wears to this day. Hands it over.
It's shiny. 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 You can actually see he's kind of gotten lost in the fact it's shiny.
Mm-hmm.
He will put it around his neck, though. Like, oh, pretty. And what about you?
Mikhail will. I was summoned here from my kitchen in the middle of the night, so all I have to part with as a token is, and he will
He will raise his finger.
take off the.
He will raise his finger to Mikhail and he'll say, "Don't think that you have to offer something just because it's physically here. How about this? I don't know you. Hello." He'll extend his tail in the same way you would extend a hand. Tail handshake.
Aw.
Handshake. Tail shake? Shake,
Tail
shake.
shake. But he'll say, "How about this? What is your name?"
Mikhail Nasir Rashad.
How about this? Rather than offering me something that has no real meaning, offer me your friendship.
That works. You're no
Yeah.
friends.
I like friends. If it helps, the only reason I took the teaspoon is because it had a little bit of sugar left on it and it's kind of sweet.
Christina will laugh. And she'll say, I've had that teaspoon a long time. It was my grandmother's.
Oh. Well, now, it looks as though he cracks his knuckles as he picks up his staff with his tail. And he flicks it around. Marcus, you're able to stand up again.
Thanks.
Welcome. You need a hand up. He actually gets down on his hunkers, like on his hunkers down, and he looks straight into Marcus's face and he says, "You're a teacher, aren't you?"
Yep.
That's a good thing. I like teachers. Why do you teach?
Pass on the knowledge. How the hell else are they gonna learn things?
There is no more gratifying thing than when it is you can look at your student and see the fact that, well, they have mastered what it is you have taught. There is honor in that, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. That's what my family's always done. Yeah.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go beat this guy into some kind of green pulp.
Wait,
Thank you.
wait. Do I not give a token?
You weren't in the ritual.
Oh, my internet just died. That was why.
But he will very casually turn around and spins his club or spins his staff around. So, I know of you. You're the green man, the green god of nature, blah, 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 blah. That's nice. But my question is, he says this as he moves with preternatural speed until he basically moves behind Kernanos, his staff in the air, before he brings it smashing down into the back of his head. You got any peaches? Kernanos face plants onto the ground before, like, smashing his hand into it and rising up again. You can see he spits out some kind of Icarus black gunk from his mouth. What will follow will be an incredibly cinematic fight. Evan is just too tired to describe it. wherein Kernanos is clearly much stronger than Sun Wukong is. However, Sun Wukong is much faster than Kernanos is, so it is easy for him to dodge, whip, and wheel around, oftentimes being an ever so cheeky little bastard, for example, like mocking and annoying and basically being that one guy in the movie theater who'd never turned off his phone, that inconsiderate prick. We've all met them. We've all seen them. Bastards. But after about 5 minutes or so of constant movement and very, very unpleasant remarks, Kernanos will finally contemplate. It doesn't actually look like, and I'll emphasize this, it doesn't look like Wukong is winning necessarily. As I said, even if Kernanos only lands one blow in 8, that blow is still made up for by the fact of how much energy, how much force there is put behind the blow. But it seems as though they've essentially fought themselves to a stalemate. And Wukong just kind of places his staff on the ground before he uses it to sit on. He sits on the top of it, and he says, "So basically, what we have here is an impasse. I can keep fighting you until Judgment Day, and well, needless to say, Judgment Day. Anyway." But the fact of the matter is, you only have a couple of hours left until sunrise, so you need this blood in order to, wet the ground or whatever else have you. I recommend you go and find another set of sacrifices that is not these fine awakened personages. And how would you say clandestinely? I believe the phrase is "fuck off." Kernanos turns to look at you guys. Before he will sigh, you will hear the audible sigh, and he will nod his acquiescence to the Monkey King. He will then reach up and he snaps one of the prongs of his antlers off and throws it at the ground between you all. And he says, "I said that if I did not skin you this night, I would owe you a token. It's granted." But I'll remember the faces. I'm someone who has, shall we say, soon I will slumber, but come next spring, it will be remembered. With that, he will turn on his heel and simply vanish. The answer remains, however. Sorry, excuse me, I had to sneeze. So, hi.
Hello.
If it helps, that was excellent fisticuffs.
Did Rory meet Wukong when he appeared before?
Yeah,
Oh.
they've met on several occasions.
Hi, Rory.
Hey! Long time no see.
I heard your friends calling out for help, and I couldn't exactly leave them to be, decimated by tall, dark, and greenish.
Also makes for an awesome story.
I like stories.
Want a drink?
In theory, I'm meant to be on official business, so I really shouldn't, but I must get back to what I was doing. However, I think it's fair to say that you will all acknowledge that in the future you'll owe me a favor for this, yeah?
Oh, of course.
But we're even now, aren't we?
Beg your pardon?
I think he actually owed me out of character. I think he owed Rory a favor.
Okay.
Or does it not work that way? Now they'll just each owe each other.
No, if he owed you a favor, then he would consider this the cancellation of a favor. And with that, we will end our scene. It has been a very long one, so thank you, players, for playing. Thank you for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness. Have a pleasant evening.